Hi there, this is Carmen from Mayco, and today we're going to talk about a subject that causes a lot of confusion in the market, and that is regarding food and dinnerware safe testing and labeling. First, I would like to start by talking about our food safe testing. So, food safe is a term that is regulated by the FDA, and it is exclusively regarding the leaching of lead and cadmium from a fired and glazed surface. So you might be thinking, what about everything else that can happen to the surface of my pot? And that is something that we decided to take the extra step to test in, and that's where we get the term dinnerware safe. So dinnerware safe does not have an industry standard across boards, which is why it can be a little bit confusing when we're talking about it. That's why we're here today, just to make sure that everybody really understands what this term actually means. When you see our dinnerware safe labels on the jar, that means that the glaze is food safe and it is free of any adverse surface texture that could harbor bacteria, in addition to being chemically durable. So when we're talking about things being labeled not dinnerware safe, it's typically going to be because of one or two reasons. So it's not dinnerware safe because it has adverse surface textures. So something like our magma glazes, something where the surface could be compromised with regular use, or it has areas that can harbor bacteria, food particles, or anything like that. So that's when we're talking about the surface texture. And then we also have surface durability. So when we're talking about surface durability, that is in relation to the surface's ability to withstand exposure to acidic foods. So let's say you're using coffee or Coca-Cola. Those are all acidic things that can degrade the surface with extended exposure. So we made sure to do testing with our products to ensure that that doesn't happen. And if they're noted as dinnerware safe, then that is not something that will happen with those glazes. You may also see a label that denotes dinnerware safe with clear glaze. That's typically going to be relating to our underglazes or our washes. So these are products that are going to have a dry surface, and having a glazed seal on that surface is going to make it more appropriate for dinnerware use. Some questions that we get a lot regarding dinnerware safety and a glaze's dinnerware safe standing is some people are going to ask, if I layer a dinnerware safe glaze on top of a non-dinnerware safe glaze, does that make it dinnerware safe? And as amazing as that would be if that were the case, unfortunately, it is not the case. Typically, when you're layering glazes, they're going to be mixing together. There's a lot of chemistry that happens there. It's not necessarily I'm just sealing the top with a dinnerware safe glaze. So layering glazes is not going to change the dinnerware safe standing of a non-dinnerware safe glaze. We also get a lot of questions regarding cutlery. So we don't do any testing regarding cutlery or cutlery scratches on a fired and glazed surface. Typically, we'll see cutlery marks in matte glazes, and depending on your firings or your clay bodies, other glazes could showcase cutlery marks as well. If that's something you're concerned about, we do recommend to test for that on your own with your own clay body application and firing, because that will all affect the outcome. Outside of our products that are labeled with dinnerware safe with application of a clear glaze, adding a clear glaze on top of a non-dinnerware safe glaze will not change the dinnerware safe standing of any glaze. Mayco holds itself to a very high standard when it comes to our product testing, our customer education, and the quality of the product that we're putting out into the market. With that being said, there are a variety of factors that influence the outcome of any glaze or surface. So as always, we do recommend testing our glazes with your clay body, application techniques, and firing processes, because that can affect the outcome. We do ask that our customers practice practical consideration when they're observing the surfaces of their pieces once they've come out of the kiln. As you know, the clay body and firing and application all do have very dramatic effects on the outcome of a glaze. Finished ware producers are responsible for providing their own testing when they are selling their products into the chain of commerce. We do have additional icons on our labels when you're looking at them. Those are specifically regarding the wet glaze state. So we have our AP, CL, and non-toxic labeling. That is not relating to the fired and glazed finish of the surface. So stay tuned to see a video about that. If you have additional questions or concerns regarding dinnerware safety, we do have a lovely and in-depth page on our website that you can read about all of these definitions and review them. In addition to our amazing resource on our website, you can also email our technical team and we would be happy to explain things further or help you and assist you in any concerns that you have regarding our glazes. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and as always, make it Mayco.